properties you use, there's always a difference between psychological and non-psychological. So I think in this case, there might be physical properties like stretch that people were really, really happy to endorse. I'm not exactly sure why. But if I had swapped it out for a different physical one, you wouldn't see it. But with respect to the way of asking the question, does this do justice to their actual beliefs? I think there's something to be said about not doing justice to the beliefs of people who hold a non-humanistic theology. I didn't go into that at all. Basically, the way that I coded this was just looking for evidence of having a humanistic interpretation of that phenomenon. And then you could, anything that wasn't humanistic, I didn't code, so it could be anything. And people have all sorts of ideas about what heaven is that's not a place, or what angels are, as opposed to like little helpers of God. And I think that maybe if I wanted to diagnose those sub-theories that are non-humanistic in nature, I would need better, more interesting tasks. Because a lot of my questions, they do presuppose sort of a humanistic, it doesn't even make sense to ask what happens in heaven if you don't think heaven is a place. But on the other hand, the reason for asking these questions is that I wanted to see, could I find evidence that some people actually do hold a very humanistic theology? The ones that were at this side of the spectrum when it came to the property attributions. They have a very anthropomorphic concept of God. Does that mean that they also have a very concrete humanistic theology? It turns out, yes, to some degree. These correlations are not 100%. None of them were. So, but you can see some evidence of it.